Today with me is Pallavi Poddar. Welcome to BW Business Salman.
My pleasure.
So, what were your major takeaways from this panel discussion?
So thank you once for inviting me over.
Yes.
I think it was one of the most exciting panel discussion. In fact, I would say meeting so many fellow colleagues was one of the highlight. The other thing is also to learn so much. I mean, we may say a lot of time as professionals as sitting on our desk, we're every day to day kind of getting occupied in our job, but when you come here and you kind of interact with so many people, you really learn so much from them. So my biggest takeaway today was to really learn something about AI, something about generative index, and a difference between generative index and generative index as well as discriminatory index, and probably how we are utilizing it, and also something how can I be more prepared to implement that in those changes in my organization.
Okay. So, as an HR leader, how are you addressing the growing importance of mental growth and well-being initiatives at your workplace?
So mental well-being, or I would say this mental thing, has become a buzz today.
Yes.
And if I have to reflect on myself also, I really see that this is a growing issue, and probably today I'm happy that people are addressing it. They've started understanding it. There's a lot of empathy around that, and people have actually started voicing it out. So first thing is there's a lot of awareness around it, and as an organization, as an individual, there are a lot of things which organizations are doing today. We have those tools to talk about. We have those, the tie-ups with those counselors and tie-ups with those EAPs and everything. So all those things are anyways provided by the organization. But then the importance about, and what more important thing about my organization is, what we are doing is that we are actually talking to our employees and spreading more and more awareness that how mental well-being is important for you and how you may want to take care of that. That's number one. Number two, we're actually doing a lot of sessions with our managers. So today mental well-being to me, or I would say to anybody here, is determined of the factor of that environment where you are. So see, a home environment is not something I can really support you, but at least your environment where you're working, I can make that peaceful. So, and one of the most important person who's impacting your mental well-being is a manager. So how can I really go and help them and spread awareness that your any saying or not saying is impacting the individual? How can you support them? So we're doing a lot of sessions around this. So I think these two quick takeaways or quick things what we're doing, and I can talk about it right now.
So, with the increasing focus on diversity, equity, how are you promoting diversity at all the levels of your organization?
Now this is again an interesting question. Again, something the most hype thing. Every organization today is talking about diversity, and everybody's talking about gender ratio to be increased. Disabilities is getting in. Transgender is getting in. I mean, LGBTQI, everything is coming in. If I have to talk about my organization today, we are focusing mostly on the gender diversity part of it, because we feel that pehle something which is still addressable. 50% of the population is women in the organization, in the country. At least first let me address that part. So gender diversity has been picked up. We were hardly 4% women few years back. I mean, probably last year. Today we are almost close to 8% women. I mean, that's a progression we are making, and there's a lot of conscious effort that is being done towards that. One, looking at the policies around how we can make a conducive environment, talk to managers, sensitize them that bringing women, how it is important for them. I don't believe in celebrations, honestly, because I don't want to give a little lesser meaning to having women in the organization by celebrating it. But then what value do they bring to table? Talk more and more about that, and that's something we've started doing that. Now, another thing is, see, right now, because the journey is there and we are still nascent in that journey, so probably those targets also matter a lot. So recruitment targets have been kept, and all the managers are really, I would say, sensitized, convinced, spoken about, given those education that bring more and more women in the organization. Then a lot of talent development activities for women is also getting we're taking it, and that is the reason behind is, in fact, I was talking to some of the students also today, that as women, we may how much say that we are committed to diversity, but women also needs to be committed to their own career. Now I want a talent, but then a women saying that I don't want that growth, I don't want that promotion, is also not really right. So I have personally taken this on myself of doing a lot of education to women, and women more early in the stage in the career, where probably they have to really think about and aspire, build that aspiration in them, that they want to build a very strong and a successful career. And if I'm able to, as an organization, we're able to build that orientation, I think there's no looking back. So yeah, these are few things.
Thank you for your time. Thank you so
Okay.
much.